So I asked everyone on the show besides me, to send me a story about them as in high school or just younger that maybe not everyone knows. And now the three of you, I know all the stories because you all sent them to me. But you guys don't know them. So the game is, I'm going to read one of the stories from you three, Patrick, Carson, Bubba. And collectively, the two who are listening have to figure out who it is. Now, I don't know that this is going to be that difficult, especially for
because
certain
for one, we
persons.
know if it's us or not.
We know ours.
Yeah.
Right, that's why I said two.
And so it's
Down to
really...
two.
Yeah. Okay.
So, look around, everyone.
Okay, I'm looking at all
Because
these crazy people who had things
This
happen to them as
person
teens.
said
Yeah.
that this person said they had a massive nosebleed during a big standardized test during school. And they were afraid to get up for help because they said that not allowed to get up for any reason. That was the rule. And this person said that it looked like a crime had been committed. There was blood everywhere on their shirt. And that's the story. So is that Bubba? Is it Carson? Or is this Patrick?
When can we make our guesses?
Everyone take a guess. Bubba, go ahead.
I say it's Carson because she is a rule follower.
Okay. Patrick?
Yeah, it's definitely Carson.
Carson?
Will the real, true person...
Maybe a lie? Oh, no.
It had to be Carson.
So at what point were you like, you know what, this is really out of...
This is even worse. So, they tell you can't
Set
get up.
stage for us. How old are you? Like...
I was 16. It was actually the SATs. And they give you that whole, you can't get up to go to the bathroom, you can't move, don't approach the teacher, and they're supposed to have a proctor in the room, and they're supposed to sit there the entire time. And my nose just started, I'm serious gushing it. I had to get it cauterized. And so, that's how bad it was. And so I look up because I'm bleeding everywhere, and I look up, and the teacher has left the room.
Of course.
And now I'm like, I might die. I'm hemorrhaging. I don't know. And finally, the teacher came back, and you could tell when I started approaching her, like, she only sees my legs out of the corner of her eye, and she's like, what are you? And she looks up. She's like, oh my, get to the bathroom. Yeah.
We didn't mean if you were bleeding.
Yeah,
For God's sake.
The people thought I was dying, and my poor sweatshirt was a gray Saturday Night Live sweatshirt, and it was just bloodstained.
Carson, we're going to take a break, and I'm going to read the other between the Patrick and Bubba. It will be the easiest one.
I know. I sent Big D two options.
It's not even going to be close. If you never even listened to the show before, you'll still know.
Really?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's coming up next. All right, so we are hopefully you are getting to know us a little bit better. This is Big D talking. We've already heard from Carson. She sent me an embarrassing thing that happened, a funny, weird story when she was in high school about her nose bleeding during a standardized test. She did not move because she's a rule follower. Now, I was sent two stories, one from Patrick and one from Bubba. So Carson and the person left, I guess. You'll know it's you or not. I'm going to read just one story, and you have to decide, is it Bubba, Bad Boy Bubba, or is it Patrick?
You can't give hints like that.
Oh, my God. You think that I had to give away?
Yeah.
One of the two sent me this story. Well, there's this time I didn't have a car yet, so I had a buddy drive me across town to this cheerleader's house.
Bubba.
Patrick's already out.
I didn't know you were gonna
sound like me.
I gave him a couple stories, and they're I've got like 100 of them.
All right, here we go.
Man.
To this cheerleader's house while her parents were away. Very convenient because there would not be a car in the driveway. So we are doing our stuff when we heard her mom come home early. I literally had to hide in the corner of her closet. And I kid you not, her mom came into her room at one point, and I can't make this up, hung up some shirts 8 inches from my face and never saw me.
Yep.
By the way, I have 100 stories similar to this.
Okay, Carson, is that Bubba or is that me?
You've made it real tricky for me here. Quite the head scratcher.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
terrified of her mom.
Dude, that's like out of a movie, like an 80s movie.
I'm hiding. Like, okay, you know how
The
like there's the little.
hijinks that he was
like,
up to.
yeah, you know how there's a little space where the door
do.
hinges are, and I'm like hiding up against it, and literally she's hanging the clothes like right across my face. I'm going.
This is
I am
it, right?
So dead.
That's
Yeah.
it, right?
I
You
am
think there's
so
no way.
dead.
Oh yeah, you think you're literally going to get killed?
Now, did you ever do a thing where you climb out of the window and scale down the house? Or into a tree?
You know, well, no, you know that because I sent you another one where I did get caught coming out of a window.
Oh,
Did you? I didn't. Dude, I went straight to the longer story.
Yeah.
Oh, got caught sneaking out of another girl's window after an evening of fun by a shotgun-toting father who chased me into the swamp.
Yes.
I had to hide for hours.
No,
chase
this
me
dude-
into the swamp.
This dude, okay, so I grew up, literally the swamp was our backyard. So
I
I'm
know.
at this neighborhood girl's house, and I sneak out of her window, and as I'm halfway out of her window, I'm going out feet first, I hear, what the bleep? And I drop out of the window, and I look over, and there's a wooden fence, like a 6-foot fence, but there's like a low part, and the dad is staring right at me, and I'm like, we lock eyes like in a movie, and dude, I just start running.
Ferris Bueller is the one.
And I run straight into the swamp, and like, dude, he is fast. He comes up behind me. He's got a shotgun and a flashlight already, and he's out there, and I'm just going as deep as I can into the swamp. It is dark. And I'm like splashing water everywhere. And this guy's like, and he knows who I am. He's like, and that's all I could hear. So I just keep going deeper and deeper into the swamp. And I finally find 2 logs that are there. And I just hunker down under the 2 logs. I'm sure I was laying in a pit of vipers. And, I'm just like, I'm going to die tonight. And this guy's for hours just walking around the swamp with a flashlight and his shotgun going, I'm gonna catch you! I'm gonna catch you! And when I do, I'm gonna
This is a
kill you!
movie.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I literally, I was petrified. And I just face down in the mud and water because I didn't want my eyes giving me away.
So that was Bubba's. Patrick starts off with this one time at band camp. I was.
Check it out. It's a texty and Twitter Facebook shout out. Email, mail, or messenger pigeon. Time to check the messages.
Bubba's reached legendary status according to text messages now from his story of growing up.
I am so sorry. And this is why I have trust issues with my own daughters. I'm like, I don't like boys.
So, Patrick, everybody wants to know what your story is.
And the sad thing is, I intentionally picked a story that didn't have anything to do with girls or anything like that because I didn't think he would want to read those.
Right.
That's my sticking to that.
Sticking to that, huh?
Okay.
No, I
so-
said
You may read it. I'll read
Yeah,
it.
go ahead and read it.
So the one I get from Patrick says, I got a speeding ticket for doing 75 and a 55. I was actually doing over 90, though. The cop lied on the ticket because he said my dad would probably kill me if he wrote the real speed. He was probably right. My parents to this day still don't know.
I was my first ticket. I was 15 because that's how old you could be and get a driver's license back then in Louisiana. And it was like I was doing like 97 on Highway 90, and I was. You know that feeling when your cop comes up behind you?
Oh, yeah.
Now imagine being 15 and that's never happened to you before, and you know that you're going 40 something miles. I thought they were going to throw me in jail.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh well, this is it.
What a cool cop, too, though.
Yeah.
To
He
like-
literally brought me the ticket and he goes, I wrote 75 because at 76 it becomes some other offense.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, and if I wrote 96, your father would probably kill you. And I was like,
See, that's the joy of small town America, where you have cops. He probably knew your dad.
he
somehow.
didn't. He just but
Oh.
still, I mean, it was
But
just.
yeah, but
he
it was that.
And now that I think of it, I was 15. He was probably 28. You know, like he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
old, but he wasn't.
He
like,
wasn't far removed
he
from
wasn't
being that
old
kid
enough
himself.
to be my dad. So it was like one of those things where he goes, "I'm going to help this kid out. He'll get in a ton of trouble for going 20 miles over the speed limit, but it'll keep him alive." And you know what? I never got another speeding ticket in high school, so there was that.
Yeah, well, good. He may save
The
your
sad
life.
thing is he still speeds though.
Oh, like a
like
crazy person. But I mean, it's fine.
Patrick's like in the Cannonball Run trying to go from
whatever.
one.
Hey, listen, I
one
will take
coast
this
to
from
the other.
anyone but Grandma who sets the cruise
I
control
think he gave
2
me
miles under the
whiplash
speed
once
limit.
because he had to stop so short.
Oh, Patrick?
Yes.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, it's fine.
I can't drive with him. I'm like, I get nervous.
I think people have really learned a lot about you guys over these stories. Thank you.
Wow, we have videos,
Yeah, that was
lots
great.
of them,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
than just the one you watched. We got more and more and more and more.
Yeah, subscribe, hit the notification bell, or we'll tell your mom.